Oulton Park this weekend hosts rounds 11 and 12 of the Miltech Sport Volkswagen Racing Cup. This tree-lined Cheshire circuit is the perfect setting for these nimble little tin tops, and this weekend there are two races in prospect, sure to provide entertaining racing, just like last time out at Spa. Rory Clark was the man to beat in the opener. Jamie Bond was involved in all the action. Josh Coggan was in the walls in the opening race. The car a retirement, but it bounced back for race two. Toby Davis was also in strife as he battled for the race lead and got turned around at the bus stop. And Jamie Bond ran out of road going through Les Combes, as through it all came Rory Clark to score two victories, his first of the championship campaign in his Sirocco. So, in the championship, there's a narrow 8-point lead that Chris Paniotu has over Jamie Bond and then Toby Davis. But Paniotu is missing this weekend. He's not at Oulton Park, and that will play into the hands of Bond and Davis.
Missing Strandberg and Paniotu really does help us, and it helps the team as well to have the two championship leading drivers both drive for Team Hard is great. So yeah, we've already had a discussion about it. We're going to be nice and fair with each other. It's about scoring points against the opposition, but when it comes to racing each other, we're not going to put each other into the wall, so that would be a nightmare. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good sort of end to the season.
One driver who impressed at Spa is series newcomer and car racing rookie Rory Clark, viewed as a learning year for car racing, but he walked away from Spa with 2 wins under his belt.
That was, I think, a dream weekend. I think is the best way I could describe that. I don't actually believe that weekend happened. I think it's just imagined it, to be honest. But no, it was a really, really good weekend. Luck just went my way, I think, and obviously there was a bit of involvement from me, but it was a good weekend, and it showed I can really I've got to grips with the car, and it's just about mastering other parts of it, of the racing and stuff.
So it's time to get the first of these two 20-minute races underway. Pole position for the open-up to the Audi TT of Simon Walton. Let's see what happens in this first race. The grid is formed. It's Tom Walker on the outside of the front row, Owen Walton and Martin Depper on row 2. This is the poleman, Simon Walton's view, as we get set to go racing. The Audi TTs are father and son, Simon and Owen Walton up near the front of the grid, first and third. The lights go out, and a dreadful start by Simon Walton, who bogs down. Owen jinks round the outside of his dad, but it's Tom Walker who grabs the race lead on the run down towards Old Hall Corner for the first time. Martin Depper gets up on the inside and finds a way through as they all funnel their way round Old Hall. 1 or 2 running wide. This is Paul Taylor's view. Making their way down through Denton's towards Cascades for the first time. So a good start by Depper, former British Touring Car Championship racer, from 4th on the grid. He leads the way. Along Lakeside Straight they come then for the first time of asking who is it going to be who comes out on top. It's not Depper because he loses out. Tom Walker goes back ahead of him as they come into Shell there. This is Owen Walton's view, hard on the brakes, turn into that right-hander now. Back on the power, sprint up towards the Britain chicane, but you can see the way that leading gaggle now is getting away from the opposition as they come through the left, the right, the left again, over the brow, and then down towards Hislop's. So Tom Walker it is, having switched away from a Golf to a Sirocco for this season, doing a very good job indeed. He leads the pack as they come now down towards Hislop's for the first time. Jamie Bond there you can see, coming under attack. Tucked up behind him is Tom Witts. on board with Jamie Bond as they come now then up through the right-hander of Knickerbrook, climb up Clay Hill, and the run in towards Druids. 20 minutes of racing, not a set number of laps. The flag goes out the first time the leader crosses the line once those 20 minutes have elapsed. And Tom Walker is making good his escape at the moment. There is Tom Witts going through. Former championship runner-up, he's on the back there of Jamie Bond, and Bond in turn well ahead of Toby Davis. Bond was 5th on the grid, Davis 9th. Both of them need good points this weekend, while the championship leader, Chris Paniotto, is absent. Paniotto has only had the one win, that was at Brands Hatch a few weeks back. The others have been very good at banking points. Over the timing line then, Walker leads the way, 10th in the championship, and he's gapping Depper. In 3rd place is Owen Walton as they go now through Old Hall Corner. Tom Witts wide up the curve, he's ahead of Bond, and down through Denton's they go in towards Cascades. Walton had a look to get past Depper, but he can't find a way by. Martin doing sporadic races this year, but he has been a winner. Had a win at Rockingham, had a win at Snetterton as well. Replay of the start, you see that dreadful getaway by Simon Walton, completely bogged down, loses place after place after place on the way towards the first corner. Through and past him there, Toby Davis, but up front the leading gap is widening. Tom Walker now is getting away because Martin Depper is a wee bit busy keeping everybody else behind him. By rights, you might anticipate that Martin to be the race leader, really, because he certainly learnt from his time in the British Touring Car Championship. He was always pretty handy in this series before he went off to the BTCC, but perhaps not doing the full season is just affecting him ever so slightly. The rest regularly in the cars in the championship week after week. Down towards Hislop's he comes then, turning through that right, then the left, and the right out of Hislop into Knickerbrook Corner. Through there, number 31 is Matthew Wilson, 4th in the championship. He's been another driver with a good, solid season here. Way wide there goes Josh Coggan, saves the slide. That could have been a whole lot worse. He was in the wall at Spa, and he just about survives the moment here as well. Up Clay Hill they go now. Hard on the brakes, into Druids, that tricky double apex right. Into Lodge, end of the lap. Turn right, the road drops away, you climb up the other side out of Deer Leap. But the way that he's going up front suggests that Tom Walker is looking ever so strong. As now Owen Walton makes his move against Martin Depper, the Audi TT round the outside of the Sirocco for 2nd place. Walton makes it stick, good move, brave effort that all the way around the outside. And so Owen Walton now is 2nd, but look at the gap the race leader has got. They're all so busy squabbling behind that this is playing right into the hands of Tom Walker. Tom has yet to win in the championship, but he's in the box seat now. Depper down to 3rd, tries to fight back, but Owen Walton fends him off on the run along Lakeside Straight here. Tom Witts is there, he's 4th at the moment. Depper attacking and under attack. Witts tries to find a way past him. Walton locks up ever so slightly going into Shell Oil's corner. Martin Depper powering his way out of the hairpin, up now towards Britain's. Tom Witts tries to find a way past him, but Martin Depper fending him off, at least for the moment. Now, what about Owen Walton? Can he get clear of Depper and go after the race leader? Depper is quicker out of Britain's. Look as they come over hilltop now, down towards Hislop's once more. Owen Walton is coming under renewed attack from Martin Depper, who is right there behind him. Tom Witts closing right up, locks up, in fact, the car slides a little under braking as he stands on the brakes. Nose to tail, they power out of the right-hander. Up Clay Hill they go now. Under the footbridge. Up front though, this is the race leader. This is Tom Walker, who is out on his own. In 2nd place, Owen Walton turning his way out of the right-hander of Druids, and now the run underneath the vehicle bridge down towards Lodge Corner. Walton doing his best to shake off the challenge of Martin Depper, and Depper a bit busy defending now from Tom Witts. There they are, look. So Depper is dropping back and being caught by Jamie Bond's golf, and there's contact there. Martin Depper gets fired off the road, hard into the barrier. Tom Witts getting into the back of Depper, and that is one very badly damaged Sirocco. Martin Depper off the road into the barriers on the inside of Lodge Corner. So Jamie Bond gains a place out of all of that. Of course, that's good for him in the championship. Tom Witts gains a place as well. But that's going to be a yellow flag zone down at Lodge Corner, and Martin Depper out of the car, but you can see the damage to the front and the back of it. Martin is okay, which is the good news. and the safety car is being deployed, but it's not only a damaged car that needs retrieving, there's the barrier damage as well. Now have a look at it. Depper is ahead. Tom Witts accelerates through the corner and bang, just gets straight into the back of Depper. There was no gap for him to go through, he just hits the back of him seemingly. Tom may have a case to answer there, but the net result is that Depper is out with a very badly damaged car. And there, incident vehicle is on the circuit. We might not get many racing laps in out of all of this, in fact, because it's a very long clear-up operation. So Tom Walker leads the way. Yellow flags fly. We're behind the safety car. Whoops. And that going off the road there, look, is Josh Coggan. Under a yellow flag, Josh off the road at Old Hall. Red flag, race stop. So that, after just about half distance, is the end. Tom Walker is the man who claims victory with the red flag flying to end the first race at Oulton Park. Owen Walton second and Tom Witts taking third position.
It's a shame to finish and win under a red flag. I prefer to have done it the normal way. After all the work I managed to do and building the gap and maintaining it, it was quite disappointing, but end of the day, a win's a win.
I could see I was catching Tom and my lap times were getting more and more consistent. I was bringing the time down, pulling the gap away from third place as well, but to be honest, when the flag come out, I was a little bit pleased.
To come from 8th to 3rd, had some really good battles along the way. Like you say, it's a shame it got red flag because I think the battles could have continued maybe for the further places on the podium, but yeah, it's still a great result.
So first blood to Tom Walker. Can he do the double? We'll find out after the break. Welcome back to Oulton Park in Cheshire for the second race of the weekend in the Miltech Sport Volkswagen Racing Cup. One driver who has changed cars this year shone in race 1.
I've been fighting with that goal for the last couple of years, and I think I needed to try something different. It made the change, something I needed to do. It's a totally different ball game. It's more predictable, let's just say quicker, and yeah, really enjoyable to drive. So I'm not fighting it constantly like I was with my Golf.
Another of the new drivers this year is Darren Lewis. He previously raced in the VAG Trophy and has also campaigned a Ginetta. How is he coping with the swap to these nimble front-wheel drive cars?
It's just worlds apart. It's so different to driving the Ginetta. You know, like gear changes and the steering input is so much more in this. I think, you know, it's just taken me a little bit of getting used to it coming from the Ginetta, because you turn like that much and you're through the corner. In this, you know, it's just setting your mind again to how it goes.
And so the cars make their way to the grid ready for race 2 of the weekend with their Mark Wakefield, the man on pole position on the semi-reverse grid. We are good to go racing. Jamie Bond needs points out of this race. Let's see how he fares, having been 4th in race 1 of the weekend. The drivers look towards the lighting gantry. 20 minutes in prospect. Fingers crossed we go the full distance this time as the lights go out and we go racing. Simon Walton makes a slow start as he did in race 1. Down towards Old Hall Corner. Good getaway by Tom Witts, and they dive down towards Old Hall Corner. A good start made by Matthew Wilson. His Sirocco comes out of Old Hall in the lead. Dust settles from around him and down they plunge towards Cascades for the first time. Wilson leads the way. Tom Witts is in 2nd spot as they accelerate out of Cascades and onto Lakeside Straight for the first time. The two leaders absolutely nose to tail. And the other man to keep an eye to in all of this is going to be Tom Walker, the race 1 winner, to see what progress he can make. Jamie Bond, in the meantime, is down in 4th place, looking for a way past Mark Wakefield as they come up now towards the right at Shell Oil's corner. Wide goes Witts. Wakefield tries to cut up the inside, can't do it. Leading the way then as they power towards us is Matthew Wilson. The Sirocco has the advantage here. Matthew Wilson up front. He's not had a win yet in the Volkswagen Racing Cup. Could this be his day? On board with Owen Walton, powering his way over the brow. He was a winner here 12 months ago in a wet-dry race, down towards the right-left of his lops, then into Knickerbrook he comes. Wilson almost being savaged by Tom Witts there. Mark Wakefield, former mini racer, is in 3rd, then 4th, look, is Jamie Bond, and the leading gaggle is a long one as it turns out Knickerbrook now up the hill. past the water tower and then into Druids, and Wilson is doing a very good job of defending here. Could he be on for a first car racing win? Let's see. Blasting down towards Lodge Corner to complete lap number 1. 11 laps you should be able to get out of 20 minutes of racing around here through the right-hander of Lodge Corner, and you can see the way that this leading line is growing and growing. Matthew Wilson, to an extent, is a bit like the cork in the bottle at the moment because nobody can find a way past, but he can't pull away. Down to Oulton, Wilson leads Witt, Wakefield is third, all the W's in the front then, ahead of Jamie Bond in 4th place. This is Bond's view, Mark Wakefield ahead of him. Through the right at Denton's. Hard on the brakes, then through the left at Cascades. It's a great driver circuit, Oulton Park, all these undulations. It's a place the drivers love coming to, and there is Mark Wakefield having an impressive debut season in the championship, but he's under attack here. Goes through the left, look at Island Bend up towards Shell. Is there going to be a gap on the inside? Jamie Bond is thinking about making a move, and there, blasting round the outside of him goes Toby Davis, his teammate. Davis breaks late, and he's done it right round the outside at Shell. That was a cracking move. There was a bit of a rub between them, but Toby Davis goes through. Excellent move. Over the curb, through Britons now. Jamie Bond trying to gain one place, has lost one. He's got to do it all over again. So the Team Hard driver, same Team Hard that you see in the British Touring Car Championship, has to try to regroup and gain ground. Matthew Wilson versus Tom Witts. It was Witts that got into the back of Martin Depper in the first race, which caused the race-stopping accident, and this time he gets savaged by Mark Wakefield, and Wakefield muscles his way by, and Witts gets into the side of him and turns him off the road into the tyres. Mark Wakefield off the circuit, and Tom Witts proves that you take him on at your peril. So Mark Wakefield off the road, contact between Witts and Wakefield coming out of Knickerbrook, more contact going up the hill. So that now takes the pressure off Matthew Wilson because he's away and gone up front. And that is Toby Davis being turned around, coming into Lodge Corner. So Toby Davis off the road, yellow flags fly. The race order is Wilson, then a gap. Second now is Bond. Third looks like being Paul Taylor, and fourth is Tom Witts. Now here are the replays, let's catch up on all of this. Mark Wakefield goes for a gap on the inside. There's the contact that turns around Tom Witts. Wakefield gets up alongside, and look, Witts gets into the side of him, just turfs him out of the way. And Jamie Bond versus Toby Davis, these are the teammates that aren't going to do anything silly at home. That plan unravelled, didn't it? So Toby Davis dispatched. So the survivors, now with the gaps having opened up between the pack, there you can see the black and red Sirocco of Spa double winner Rue Clark. He's not had that good a weekend at Oulton, but actually now, with others going off the road ahead of him, he's picking up places. He comes up now to challenge Tom Witts, the two of them almost together. Look as they go after Paul Taylor. Got a number of drivers being investigated for track limits as well, incidentally. One of whom is Jamie Bond, another is Ethan Hamilton, the former junior saloon car champion. Down towards Hislops. Matthew Wilson is still leading the way here. Jamie Bond is tucked up behind him. Can he find a way by? Bond looking the quicker. And Jamie has been there or thereabouts all season, but amazingly has not actually had a race win yet. This should be his day. He's quicker, seemingly, as they make the run up the hill now, going towards Druids. Jamie Bond to the outside line. Matthew Wilson stands his ground, though. Make sure that if Bond wants this, he's going to have to do the hard yards and get past him on the outside line. To no avail. Down they come now, heading into Lodge Corner. Hard on the brakes, turn right. And now onto the power, climb up the other side through Deer Leap, over the timing line now. Matthew Wilson is the race leader. Jamie Bond is right on his tail. Paul Taylor and then Rory Clark right up behind. It's a four-way fight for supremacy now. The Siroccos and the Golds trouncing the Audi TTs in this race as Clark goes for the inside against Paul Taylor. Contact there as well. Clark keeps his foot in and sort of shovels Taylor out of the way. Paul Taylor then loses one place, maybe even two. Let's see as they fight their way along Lakeside Straight. Tom Witts is the beneficiary out of all of that. He's got past Taylor, he's got past Clark as well. Onto the brakes now, turn into Shuttlewell's corner, through the right-hander and back on the power. Matthew Wilson leads the pack. There's a fight for third, there's a fight for the race lead. So it is Witts, Clark and Taylor now, third, fourth and fifth. There's going to be a queue of drivers outside the Clerk of the Courses office at the end of this. Look, Taylor hasn't given up yet, he's all over the curve, almost straight lines the chicane there. There's damage on his car as the leaders come over hilltop. The clock is ticking on down. This, I reckon, is going to be the last lap, and Matthew Wilson is ahead of Jamie Bond. Now, Bond has got already a 5-second penalty for track limit abuse, and he's under investigation for another one. He's off the road there, look. Powers uphill. If there isn't room on the track, you make your own line. Jamie Bond is going to get the inside here, coming up towards Druids. To the inside line he goes, and Jamie Bond goes through. Jamie Bond leads at Oulton Park, turns through Druids as the new race leader. Matthew Wilson fights back as they drop down towards Lodge Corner. Who is it going to be then? Jamie Bond has the advantage on the inside line. Can they squeeze one more lap out of this, or will it be the flag this time? Up dear lead. Jamie Bond is on target for his first victory of the season. Matthew Wilson almost alongside him. Jamie Bond takes the checkered flag first. Second over the line is Matthew Wilson. And Jamie Bond, we hear, is being given an extra 10-second penalty for track limit abuse. So he gets a 5 and a 10-second penalty. That will drop him to 9th. So Matthew Wilson takes his maiden win in the Volkswagen Racing Cup ahead of Tom Witts. Rue Clark up to third ahead of Paul Taylor, Tom Walker and Martin Depper in 6th.
Yeah, I'm over the moon. I was kind of gutted. Obviously, he did get that move, but it was only going to end bad if I did try and go across him. But across the line, I just missed out because I was trying to get him across the line. But I guess it worked out and I got the win in the end.
It's never nice to take it by a penalty. I'd have loved to have finished second on track, but at the same time, we'll take it. It's a shame Paul got nerfed off at the end, because I think, you know, a good result for the team all round if we'd have both finished in them positions.
Yeah, no, it was a good race. Good end to the weekend, I think, because I had bad luck in qualifying and bad luck in race one. Managed to find some holes and to get past some people, and then just got from there, and then pressured some people and then got past them. So what can I say? It was a good race.
So what does all that do in the championship? Jamie Bond takes over as the championship leader ahead of Matthew Wilson. Toby Davis equal third with Rue Clark, who actually got a 1-second time penalty in that race and finished 4th. That's the end of the action from Oulton Park for the Volkswagen Racing Cup. Next up, we head further north to Croft in North Yorkshire.